welcome back. We will discuss what is happening in DeFi, what's going on. We will explore together why DeFi is a paradigm shift in the financial industry as we know it today.
Alright guys, and welcome back to On-DeFi, and today we're gonna have just a one-on-one chat together. There's a lot of things happening in the market, and today we will talk about the new all-time high in Bitcoin, the outlook of DeFi in 2021. What I'm gonna do a short recap of what I will be working on next year and what I've been working on this year. And at the end I have some interesting views of some institutional investors and what they think about the DeFi and overall digital asset markets. All right. So, yeah, Bitcoin reached a new all-time high. I never expected that it would go this fast. I did see it coming, but I didn't know that it was going to be such a steep up climb. I didn't, to be honest, I didn't expect we would see this again. It feels like 2017 all over again, or 2013. So that is really interesting to see. I of course love it. I have some exposure to the crypto asset markets and some exposure to other markets. And what is important? It is important to understand that we will get a correction. So if you're on the sidelines, if you still have some fiat that you want to park into digital assets, be sure to pick a moment and make a strategy for yourself. You should make a clear investment strategy of when you enter in the market and what your targets are. Maybe you have a target like I'm entering, let's say with $10,000 or $100,000 or $1 million or whatever you want to invest with. Then make a target of the investment targets you want to reach. If you reach that investment target, take out your profit or take the amount of money that you wanted to achieve, and maybe let the rest stay, or whatever fits your strategy. The most important thing in Bitcoin investment is in any investment strategy is having a strategy, having a plan. So know why you're investing, know what you're doing. For me, I am fully invested in decentralized finance. I also, as you can see here, I have joined DeFi Capital since I met Dirk Jan again. He was building out his fund, and I really liked his vision. I really liked his energy, and together we are building our DeFi Capital for the purpose of actually boosting forward this decentralized financial ecosystem and really tried to give the decentralized financial ecosystem a better foundation. That's what we're doing here at DeFi Capital, and that's what I'm helping with. And a lot of things to come on that side in 2021. We are building a completely new investment strategy for more institutional investors or high net worth individuals, and we will open this up very soon. We already have some friends, family and fans that are invested in this strategy, but we will go more public about this very soon. And it's a very profitable strategy, and it's also a strategy that actually will contribute to the long-term growth of this ecosystem. So again, as I said in the beginning, always make sure to have when you invest in crypto, make sure that you have a purpose for it, right? Why do you invest in Tesla, or why do you invest in a stock, or why do you invest in Bitcoin? Know why you're doing it. If you're just doing it for short-term gains, that is also, there's people that do that, it's fine, but have a plan. For me, the plan is I want to see this decentralized financial ecosystem grow, because I feel the market needs an alternative financial system when the current financial system is not fulfilling the needs anymore for some of their participants, right? So for me, I really put my money where my mouth is. I invest in the market. I try to support projects that are building long-term sustainable fundamental growth in the decentralized financial ecosystem, and I help these projects with capital, allocating my liquidity to that, and also I am an active participant in all the governance forums of the projects that I support as much as I can, because it is a lot of work, and I also try to to understand the underlying code, and I see where, with my skills, where I can actually help out, or where my skills in the DeFi ecosystem are useful. So this will create like a collective intelligence that will boost this space forward, and that is basically my strategy. My strategy is to boost the space forward, and I have a certain click strategy. So what I determined for myself, I invested a certain amount of capital, and this is also will be reflected in the new DeFi capital strategy, where there is a clear entrance, and at some point there will also be exit moments, right? So with all the momentum and all the growth that I see in the decentralized financial ecosystem, I do see this ecosystem grow to potentially trillions of dollars, and along the way I will take my profits. So I have then reached my own financial goals. I will leave some liquidity in the market, and I will use the protocols that I'm building for myself and for the whole decentralized financial ecosystem. I will use them in my business, I will use them in my life, and that's how I think we should move forward. My outlook in 2021 is that we will see more and more institutional adoption of digital assets, where I now see that institutional investors start to understand why Bitcoin is a hedge against the the current turbulence in the financial system. Although, in my opinion, theoretically, there is some alternatives that position themselves better, but Bitcoin has the biggest mind space for that. Bitcoin has the biggest brand. So the institutional investors get in with Bitcoin, and they dip their toes into the water, right? And they start to explore what's going on here. Well, in DeFi in 2021, I see much more real-world asset adoption. Real-world assets on the blockchain are becoming more and more of a real thing. You can see this with centrifuges, and they are live. You can actually stake your DAI and earn an interest. So this is really, really cool. I will probably do a video on this very, very soon. I can also see this with Crescofin, that basically did the first IPO on a decentralized exchange. Very, very exciting. Be sure to check out Crescofin as well. And there's a lot of other projects that are coming out. What we do need to, and that's also the focus for DeFi Capital. We want to focus on real-world assets on the blockchain, providing a stable liquidity to the decentralized financial markets, and then at the same time be sure to position our assets in such an efficient way to gain maximum alpha for our investors that invest in DeFi Capital. What am I working on currently? So I am still working with EY Digital, where I am a consultant and also the CTO. So I'm still doing consultancy gigs for different companies all over the world. This is in traditional software development and web development. And I also educate and consult people about blockchain development and about how do you launch a crypto project. There's a lot of different angles that you can take, and I mostly do like a analysis of the projects that wanted to start or wanted to raise some money, and I help them to push them in the correct directions. And I also I'm open to investing in different companies in different stages, and that's what I'm basically building at the moment. Also, I'm a partner at DeFi Capital, where I am making a way for institutional investors or high net worth individuals to get exposure to the decentralized financial markets. We do this with a new developed strategy, and I cannot tell too much yet about it, but I will release this new strategy very, very soon, and it will be available to download it on the DeFiCapital.com website, where you can download their strategy very soon, and we will go more in depth about our mission, our vision for the DeFi ecosystem, and we are also explaining in depth what our strategy is to generate a very high alpha for our investors, and at the same time also introduce our investors to this new decentralized financial ecosystem. Yeah, so we're already talking to quite a lot of institutional investors in the Netherlands. We have some investors also from outside of the Netherlands. We're still really, starting up and explore like laying and activating our connections on that space. And what I really see is that the investors that I talk to, they are, as I said before, they are starting to understand Bitcoin. They see this correlation matrix. I will link to that in the description below. And this correlation matrix shows that Bitcoin is a very highly uncorrelated asset to a lot of other markets. So that makes it very interesting for institutional investors. They're like, okay, there's something there that's interesting. And then they start to explore. So what I see now is that institutional investors are basically dipping their toes into the digital asset markets. So institutional investors are now exploring the possibilities of getting exposure to digital assets. And like we actually are starting to talking about decentralized finance, and that's very, very new information for them. So in 2021, I do expect the first bigger institutional funds to really take a position in this market, and then especially in real world assets on the blockchain, or seeing how they can maybe leverage some of their fiat holdings in some stablecoin pools, etc., or invest, of course, in DeFi capital, in our DeFi capital fund A, and that is. I see, yeah. So that's what I'm seeing. I see that the institutional investors and the high net worth individuals are dipping their toes. They're looking, they're seeing what's going on in the market, and it's basically a little bit of a repeat of 2017. Because in 2017 I was also working for a fund, and there was the same story. So and when the prices were really going in this upwards direction, there was a lot of interest, and this was mostly from retail at the time. Now we see already some interest from institutionals, and they're just dipping their toes inside of the market. They're just trying to see, like, okay, I now have exposure to the market, I now want to learn more. So what then happens is that when these institutions get exposure to the market, they start, for example, calling DeFi Capital, and they want to have conversations with us. So then they're sitting and they're listening to what we have to say. They look into the strategy setup that we constructed, and they're looking into like what is the potential, and what is the where lie the opportunities in this new market. And that is where we are. So they are still exploring. Some of them are very, very knowledgeable. So there are some very, very knowledgeable funds that are constantly educating and onboarding more and more people in the DeFi or in the digital asset space, but a lot of them are still like just exploring. So the mode is explore. They're exploring this ecosystem. And I do see in 2021 that exploring will turn into more realistic capital placement. So where they actually will place capital in certain positions, and I hope to play a role in that. What I mostly do is the technical side, but I also explain from a technical side some protocols, or I analyze risks for these investors, and that's what I hope to help the ecosystem with, right? So yeah, we're all in this together, and I think what is important for now, if you're already in the market, what you can do is actually to maybe get some less exposure. So let's say you only hold Ether, or you only hold Bitcoin, and you just made a lot of money. Then just maybe sell some for DAI or for Ether or for USDC, and put them in a pool, right? So like try to make some stablecoin and crypto pools that will help make the market more tick, and that will also give you in this volatile times that will come, give you some return, right? And you can explore this on the Uniswap ROI website, where you can explore the best pools that were best fit for you. I have some tutorials on that in Alpha League videos that I made before, which you can just check out for free. Yeah, that's what I recommend. Like, try to not hold only one asset, try to really diversify. Or if you're not sure which assets are the best, you can also always get into like an index fund or something. And if you really want to have your funds managed by some professional funds managers, you can always go to the DeFi Capital website and just contact us if you want to have more information on that. So we're here to help, and we're here to help the ecosystem, and we have the shared goal of making this ecosystem grow, and making this DeFi, which is still, it's getting more and more serious, getting very, very serious, and we're here to make it stay, and we're here to invest all our time and all our energy into this ecosystem. And I'm looking forward to working with everybody in the ecosystem in this new year. I'm very happy with this 2020. It was an amazing year, and I'm looking very much forward to talking and seeing everybody in the new year. This is my last video for the year, and yeah, let's see, maybe if there's an emergency I will make another video, but yeah, for now this is it, and I'm looking forward to start working more, putting more time next year into DeFi Capital, and I will still be doing consultancy gigs with EY Digital. So if you're interested, contact me. If you have questions, always ask me. If you have a really cool topic that you think like this is really something for Amadeo to cover, then I'm here. I would love to talk to projects that want to engage with me, or that want me to take a deeper look into their code, or do like a walkthrough or something. That would be all very, very cool. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching again, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the channel, and you can contact me always. If you go to deficapital.com, you can send an email there, or you can contact me via EUI. Whatever your needs are, I have a solution for you in the DeFi ecosystem. Alright guys, thank you so much, and I see you in the new year. It was an amazing year. Let's keep up the good work, keep up the good energy, the good vibes. No infighting, no drama. Let's be positive, and yeah, let's go guys. Let's move forward. Thank you very much everybody, and see you in the next year. Cheers.